Gaming Bolt presents top 20 FPSs to look forward to in 2016 and beyond. We have a ton of games to cover here, so let us jump right in. Doom. Doom is back. The gameplay looks to build on what was established more than 20 years ago, acting as a true evolution of the Doom formula. Multiplayer will also take the high-octane, adrenaline-fueled gameplay and throw you in the fray with other players, creating what looks to be a well-rounded FPS. Cry Primal. Cry Primal takes the formula established by the last two games in the series and transports players to the prehistoric age. Bows replace guns, mounts will replace vehicles, and everything larger than you seems immediately more daunting when you only have rocks and sticks to throw at it. Homefront the Revolution. Featuring a massive open world, the series is definitely taking a much more open approach for the sequel. Acting as an agent trying to take down the United Korean government, you'll speed through the city on an array of vehicles, deploy various gadgets, and of course fire lots of guns. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided differentiates itself from the rest of the list because it is an FPS, but it's also a stealth game and an RPG. The entire game is draped in a beautiful steampunk aesthetic, merging machine and the noir. The gameplay is unique and filled with choices. Titanfall 2. It hasn't been officially announced yet, but the prospect of a new Titanfall is just too tantalizing to ignore. While the gunplay was very reminiscent of Call of Duty, the addition of parkour, giant mechs, and much faster gameplay made it an incredibly satisfying and competitive game. Hopefully the sequel gives us a true story to immerse ourselves in the game. Battlefield Bad Company 3/Battlefield 5. We haven't had a new mainline Battlefield title since 2013. Sure, Hardline wasn't a bad game, but we're all anxiously waiting for DICE's next big installment. The Bad Company games delivered a great story on top of the intense action, but the mainline games haven't been able to follow it up. Because of this, Bad Company 3 might be the shot in the arm the series needs to remain relevant. Call of Duty 2016. Going back to World War II might help to reinvigorate the franchise before returning to the jetpacks and robots that have come to define the series. It could also benefit from narrowing its focus. Instead of including a story, multiplayer suite, zombies mode, and other distractions, they should just include a great story and work on making the multiplayer the series' best to date. Overwatch. Blizzard has a rich catalog of stellar games, and Overwatch is looking to add to it. The developer's first new IP in over 10 years, this hero-based team shooter lets players choose from a cast of colorful, over-the-top characters. Rising Storm 2: Vietnam. The follow-up to the critically acclaimed Rising Storm will bring the realistic tactical series to Vietnam. The Red Orchestra and Rising Storm games are known for depicting the thoughtful, brutal nature of war, and Rising Storm 2 will hopefully continue this in a new multiplayer arena. Unreal Tournament. The game is in alpha at the moment, but the classic shooter series appears to have re-emerged very much intact. You'll wield massive, explosive guns with pinpoint accuracy in order to reduce the enemy team to a bloody pulp. Destiny 2. Nothing has been announced as of this video, but all signs point to Destiny getting a massive, game-changing sequel of sorts next year. It isn't clear how this substantial update will fit into the already established infrastructure, but it's safe to assume that the game will be changed in important ways. LawBreakers. LawBreakers is a new character-based multiplayer FPS from the creator of Gears of War. Gameplay is incredibly fast and has verticality that other games lack. Each character appears to have a unique movement mechanic, such as jetpacks, booster packs, and grappling beams. No Man's Sky. This is a big one. No Man's Sky has been on every single most anticipated games list since its reveal in late 2013, and for good reason. The idea of hopping in a spaceship, seamlessly leaving the atmosphere of a planet, flying into space, and traveling to distinct, unique planets is too good to ignore. Battleborn. 2016 is looking like it will be the year of the hero shooter, and Battleborn is doing its best to stand out. Each character has a unique playstyle and abilities that help them to plow through waves of enemy fodder. Space Hulk Deathwing. Space Hulk Deathwing pits bulky armored space marines against terrifying waves of intelligent machines and alien beings. We've only seen 2 teaser trailers, but the game promises large battles, devastating enemies, and the rich sci-fi world of the Warhammer universe. Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. The Sniper series always offers players an array of choices, from loud, bullet-filled firefights to skulking around the map stealthily working through the enemy with a silenced pistol and a knife. Hopefully the series' 3rd entry can find a way to reinvent the stealthy series. Get Even. Get Even is an FPS that looks to straddle the line between the virtual and the real. The game is hoping to make players experience very real feelings of dread and fear when playing the action-filled title. Overkill's The Walking Dead FPS. There's already an FPS based on The Walking Dead, and hopefully Overkill can create a title that can wipe that middling game from our minds. What we know so far is that the game will focus on the horror aspects of the series, aiming to capture the difficulty to survive in a world filled with flesh-hungry monsters. First Assault. Set in the Ghost in a Shell universe, it features high-tech agents dueling it out with high-powered weapons and fancy gadgets. While the high-tech enhancements are a cool addition, the shooter underneath seems kind of run-of-the-mill. Hopefully it proves us wrong and proves that it's an online shooter that deserves to be played. Paragon. Epic isn't even saying what kind of game Paragon is, and there's no indication on the teaser site of what to expect. So far, the only hero who has been revealed is Twin Blast. The character's reveal page seems to tease that the player will be able to choose between 4 roles / in-game items for each hero: Fight for Glory, Pride, Fortune, and Infamy. What games are you looking forward to? And if you like what we're doing, go ahead and click that subscribe button. See you soon.